At some point, you have to make a choice. Either you keep letting people walk all over you, keep letting them interrupt you, overlook you, dismiss you like you don't exist, or you decide enough is enough. Do you ever notice how some people just seem to get away with everything? They interrupt you, dismiss your ideas, take credit for your work, and somehow you just let it slide. Maybe you don't want to cause drama. Maybe you think it's not worth it. Maybe, just maybe, you've convinced yourself that speaking up will only make things worse. But let me tell you something. If you don't speak up, they will never stop walking all over you. Actually, I get it. Confrontation is uncomfortable. Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, man, I can't wait to call someone out on their nonsense today. But if you keep swallowing your words and letting people steamroll you, you're teaching them that it's okay. And trust me, they will keep doing it. All right, before you start thinking, oh great, another just be confident pep talk, let's be clear. This isn't about screaming at your boss or turning into some aggressive alpha wannabe. This is about learning how to stand your ground without turning into a raging lunatic. It's about understanding why you let people walk all over you, and more importantly, how to stop it. Why this keeps happening. Before we fix the problem, let's be real about why it happens in the first place. You're too nice. Yeah, I said it. You don't want to offend anyone. You think being agreeable makes life easier. But there's a difference between being kind and being a doormat. You hate conflict. You'd rather suffer in silence than make things awkward. But silence doesn't make problems disappear. It just makes them worse. You're afraid of what they'll think. What if they get mad? What if they don't like me anymore? But ask yourself this. Do you even like them when they treat you this way? You doubt yourself. Maybe they're right. Maybe you are overreacting. Maybe you are being too sensitive. Spoiler, you're not. If something bothers you, it matters. Period. What speaking up actually means and what it doesn't. Here's the biggest mistake people make when they finally decide to stand up for themselves. They think they have to be aggressive. Nope, that's not the move. Speaking up isn't about yelling, being rude, or trying to win. It's about setting boundaries and making it clear that you deserve respect. It doesn't mean exploding on people out of nowhere, seeking revenge or embarrassing them, turning into someone you're not. It does mean being direct and clear. No over-explaining, no justifying, just straight to the point. Keeping your emotions in check. You can be firm without being nasty. Holding your ground. The first time you push back, people might test you. Stay firm. If you cave, they'll know they can break you. How to actually speak up without feeling like a jerk. All right, now let's get into the part you've been waiting for. How do you actually speak up? Because if it was that easy, you'd already be doing it, right? 1. Start small. If you're not used to standing up for yourself, don't go picking a fight with the biggest bully in your life just yet. Start with little things. Correct someone when they mispronounce your name. Ask for what you actually want at a restaurant instead of just saying, whatever's fine. Build that muscle. 2. Use the call it like you see it approach. Instead of getting emotional or accusatory, just state the facts. Example, hey, I noticed you keep interrupting me in meetings. I'd appreciate it if you let me finish my thoughts. Actually, that was my idea. I'd like to make sure I get credit for it. No drama, no long explanations, just the truth, straight up. 3. The broken record method. Some people love to test boundaries. They'll try to argue, guilt trip, or push back. Don't engage. Just repeat yourself. Them, oh, come on, you're being sensitive. I hear you, but I'm telling you this is important to me. Them, geez, it's not a big deal. It is to me. They'll get the message. 4. Stop filling the silence. When you stand up for yourself, let it sit. Don't rush to soften it. Don't over-explain. Don't apologize. Just say your piece and let them process it. People who aren't used to being called out will scramble to fill the silence. Let them. You've already said what you needed to say. 5. Know when to walk away. Some people, they won't change. They'll double down, get defensive, or just refuse to respect your boundaries. That's your cue. You don't owe anyone endless chances. If someone consistently disregards you, remove them from your space. You don't need a dramatic exit, just distance. Less energy wasted, more peace gained. Task 6. Stop explaining yourself so much. Ever noticed how, when you finally say no, you feel like you need to give a whole TED talk on why you can't do something? For example, I'd love to help, but I'm just really busy with work, and my cat has an appointment, and also I think I might be coming down with something, and oh look, a tornado, so sorry. Stop. A simple, no, I can't do that, is a full sentence. You do not owe anyone an essay on why you're setting a boundary. What happens when you start speaking up? Here's what no one tells you. The first few times you assert yourself, it's going to feel awful. You'll feel guilty. You'll worry that you were too harsh. You'll replay the conversation in your head 600 times. That's normal. In fact, one of two things will happen. People will respect you more. They'll realize you're not someone they can push around. Toxic people will get mad. Good. That just means they were benefiting from your silence. Let them go. The best part? It gets easier. Every time you stand up for yourself, you're proving to yourself that you're worth it. And eventually, it won't feel like a battle. It'll just be who you are. Look, I know this stuff isn't easy, but think about it this way. How much longer are you willing to let people treat you like an afterthought? Because every time you stay silent, you're reinforcing the idea that your feelings don't matter. And that's just not true. So next time someone crosses the line, try it. Speak up, even if your voice shakes, even if your heart pounds, even if it feels awkward. Because the only way people will stop walking all over you is if you stop letting them. Your move, and thanks for watching.